What's up, guys? A very short update on price of Bitcoin. Well, as you can see, we have a descending channel, right? And the price is already at $62,500, which means we are very likely break it again because it was tested so many times. And in fact, like the closest low to that is about 62, like 61.6, 61.7, something like that. And yeah, the whole thing looks like complex head and shoulders with multiple waves here on the top, and then we go descending like that. And although it's not great in terms of the scale of this pattern with respect to the previous trend, there is no trend per se, but the fact that there is a clear baseline which was tested so many times, and the fact that also, there's almost no support beyond that, so it's like almost empty. Of course, there's something before, but generally it's much less with respect to the previous area, like the higher area for volume being distributed there. So it's likely that we'll get at least to 60K, maybe 60, 61, but I mean, that was the point for the end of the correction before. So I expected the price being landed somewhere this area, but since we actually didn't go there right away, we actually moved a little higher. So I would say that it's likely won't hold. So in fact, according to the Wyckoff distribution, or actually accumulation here, sorry, Wyckoff accumulation, we might see one more lower low. I don't know where again, because depending on the body of the candle, probably the lower tick would be, lower shadow would be somewhat, I don't know, lower 50s, something like that. But the body maybe ended around 56, 57, which would mean that there's another bullish diversion on the daily time frame, and that diversion, which might potentially lead us to finally end of this devastating drop. And yeah, that is most likely the scenario for the next few weeks. Also, we have a little bit of a tension here for the S&P 500, because although it is in the sideways price action, but it very likely, I mean, not very likely, but it's very possible that it will be broken to the downside, because again, all the other markets like Asian, Korean, and Japanese, they all went downwards, and like they're went down and continuing to go down. So it's a precursor for the S&P 500 going down as well. Maybe there is a miracle upcoming, I don't know, but in any case, it's just like the weight scale for the next move is tends to go lower, like pointing to the decline rather. And yeah, I think that it's most likely scenario. So not trying to be pessimistic here or anything, but that's the situation in my opinion. Although again, long term, I'm very optimistic, and maybe again, it's not even the drop to something crazy. Maybe we'll stop around 55, and that would be the end of the drop. So yeah, we'll see about that. In any case, that's my current view on the situation, and I will keep you updated. Thank you very much for being with me and watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.